iftar. So if you want to have many more these kind of activities, we are here until 31st of March. So we started on 12th of March and today is what, 24th. So today is the 13th day of the iftar photo talk. I know there are so many new faces over here. I just want to just give a very little, introduction about iBrandConnect and iBrandConnect's activities. So we started our company in the year 2019. That was when I completed around 30 years in the industry of photography. So when I, like every night, being an employee, when you go for sleep, you always dream something to start something of your own. So I can always say iBrandConnect is a dream company for me. So whatever things that I was not in a position to do when I was working in an organization, like, you knock the doors of managers, the complete management, and, they will ask you to come back with a lot of projects and plans and things like that. So when you start something by your own, you become your own boss. So, and then, whatever dreams that you have to create and, the passion and the love in doing things comes true. So I really love doing these kind of things. But the only challenge for me was immediately after starting the company, the Corona started. So, we got a big hit as a startup. You all know that Corona makes most of the companies bankrupted, right? But still, thanks God, we got 2 brands as distribution brands. That is, you can see a lot of tripods, carbon fiber tripods. For sure, you should hold these tripods and just lift the tripods, then you understand exactly what is the kind of quality of these tripods. Okay? And the lens filters, for example, like as a photographer, without a tripod and a filter, he is not full. Many people buy expensive cameras, but they opt for the lowest priced tripods. No use. The purpose of having a tripod is to get a sturdy shot. So you need to have a proper carbon fiber tripod. Same thing with the filters. Now they buy 10,000, 20,000 dirhams worth of lenses and they keep 50 dirhams filters on top of it. No use. You are just blocking your eye with a totally bad quality glass. The reason why you are using a proper glass is just to see proper vision, right? That is the same case in the case of a photography filters. So HNY makes amazing filters. Okay, so we focus towards completely niche brands into photography, and then we created a kind of forum, and that forum is called iBrandConnect Photo Talk. So we started this photo talks from 2021. The challenge was to create 52 talks in a year. 52 means every week. So we did 70 talks in a year. That was first year 2021. We did 70. So how that happened was, all of a sudden, like when you are in a difficult situation, you will always think crazy. So 2021 Ramadan came in, like just 2 days before the Ramadan started, like we thought of what are we going to do during the next 30 days. So we got an idea of why not invite an influencer or a photographer on every day for an iftar and then post through their channel as well as our channel to ask people to register and come join for an iftar along with us. So that time it was only 14 possible because of the Corona restriction, 7 on the other side and 7 on the other side with a 3-meter kind of distance. Everyone comes with a mask on. So we did that. So we got 28 people in 28 days. We had 28 talks and seminars in 28 days. So that made us a kind of confidence. Yes, there are things can be possible. So when Dubai UAE government allowed us to start going out, that is the month of June. So we went outside and connected with many communities of photographers and content creators. And we connected with them and then we started creating a lot of activities. And this photo talks, so far we did 214 talks, the one including today's. So which means all these talks been done with the support of almost around 115 individuals from 30 different countries. And for example, like right now we are almost around 35 people here altogether, including me. So think about 213 multiplied by as an average 35. That makes to more than 6,000. So in practical, we got almost around 7,000 people in connection. So 7,000 people we got connected one-on-one. So this is how we do the business. Create a connection. Business is relationship. You all know about that, right? Create that good relationship, and then for sure people are going to come back again. Give good services. Promise 24/7 availability. That is what exactly is required for any of the business. Now, this is the 4th consecutive year of Iftar Photo Talk. So as I said, every Ramadan we conduct this talks, and this is the 4th consecutive year. First year we did in Al-Sif Heritage Hotel, that is in this Al-Sif side. The second year we did in 3 different hotels with some photography exhibition. And the 3rd year we did here, that is 2023. You can see a lot of pictures outside. So we did a photo contest, UAE through your lens, and we got entries of almost around 205. So from that 205, we picked around 64, and we printed their pictures and framed and kept that pictures for just 1 month. And when the Burjuman management saw people are watching these pictures whenever they pass by, and they asked us, okay, why not to keep this for a year? So it's a lucky moment for the people whose pictures are there. Like once you look at the pictures, just below you can see the QR code of those particular individual. Anyone want to just connect with those particular photographer, they just scan the QR code and it goes directly into their Instagram. So this is a great opportunity for the photographers who are participating for this kind of events. Now this year we have a contest, and the contest theme is, you can just have a look at behind, it's called Right in the Heart. So you can see that yellow, in that yellow it is mentioned right in the heart, right? Take a picture of that. Okay, think about like what all things that you can create as a topic of right in the heart, and then create a picture. Post that picture on Instagram, tag iBrandConnect. How many of you are following iBrandConnect on Instagram? So if you're not following, please follow iBrandConnect. It's straight.
Yeah,
one word. Okay. Now, tag iBrandConnect, tag Burjuman, and hashtag Iftar Photo Talk 2024. Now, you may have some sort of questions like, what is that right in the heart? Right? Like, I just need to just give a clarification on that. See, right in the heart is the tagline for Burjuman. Burjuman is supporting us for these kind of activities throughout the years. Like since 2022, Burjuman is a close partner for us during this, the Iftar Photo Talks. So we want to support Burjuman back. So this B-Hub is an amazing place they created for the community activities. Now, right in the heart means Burjuman is situated in the middle of, like in the heart of Bardubai. Bardubai, there are so many localities, like for example, Karama is there, Al-Sif is there, Bardubai on the creek side is there, what is this part called? Mankul is there. So you can create something connected with right in the heart and take the pictures. Okay, now the great thing what we created now this year is many AI technologies are on. So always whenever there is any kind of photo contest, the judges, like, it's very difficult for them to figure it out, whether it is a manipulated picture or an actual picture kind of stuff. Now this time we are just making it as free. You do whatever you want to do. Shoot a picture, and you can use AI, you can use Photoshop, you can use whatever the thing that you want to do. Create your own, art. But at the end, when you submit this, we want to have that original picture as well. The manipulated final picture and the original picture in either a JPEG or a RAW format. No restrictions on what kind of camera or smartphone that you're using. You can use any devices, like even you can use action cameras, Insta360, GoPro, Samsung or iPhone, anything like Canon, Nikon, Sony, Leica, Panasonic, any kind of devices to shoot those pictures. Okay, so the last day of submitting these pictures are April 30th. We have plenty of days. Now, today is on 24th of March, right? We have almost around 1 month and 8 days. So pass this message to your friends and participate this. We want to have more and more entries this time. And moreover, the first prize for this contest is 10,000 dirhams, and second prize is 5,000 dirhams, and third prize is 2,000 dirhams. The great thing is, it's not just that first, second, third. All these pictures will be replaced with the new collections. So which means, like, if another 64 of your pictures are going to come over there in the wall. One picture per person. All right. Any doubt on this? About the theme right in the heart. Right. If you want to take pictures inside Berjuman, then you need to have some permission from the mall management. You can send your request on the mail, and we will give you the particular form to fill and get the mall management permission. Okay. Now, I was talking about we conducted many photo talks, and my guest today he also did a talk with us. His name is Eddie Lau. And when I describe him, like, we posted this poster on the Instagram since long time. See, content creation is the main thing these days, right? Everyone is a content creator. Now, whatever the content that you create, you need to pass that to a medium to see. Yeah. So here is another kind of a great thing. It is called live streaming. That is getting more and more popular. Okay, but in the case of live streaming, you can do live, means live. There is no mistakes to be done. So you have to do a lot of careful techniques in this. Now we are partnered with YOLO Live. Since long time, YOLO Live is supporting us in creating these kind of awareness classes. Now we thought, okay, who is that person? Who is that person to be the best one who does this on a regular daily basis, right? Live streaming. So he is Eddie, a good friend of mine, and he also did iBrandConnect photo talk. So please, Eddie, now the platform is yours. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. Yeah. Okay, all the best wishes.
Thank you.
And thanks everyone. Please sit, relax. You can have some coffee. Some sweets are left over. Maybe, like in between, you can go grab some sweets, water or whatever it is, and then enjoy what he is teaching. And even our team, our team is also excited. We are also streaming on a daily basis.
Exactly.
No one is perfect these days. Any small knowledge that you keep getting, that you always try to grab that. And all the best wishes, Eddie. And thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Haji. And to the team of iBrandConnect. I've been here, I still feel fresh. Last year I was here. I conducted the science videography, and it was so enthusiastic, attendees last year. So tonight I was being requested by Shaji to, teach you about YOLO Live's YOLOBOX Pro. So I took the challenge. So, by the way, allow me to introduce myself first. I started my career way back in 1995. Almost 30 years in broadcasting business. I had experience in ENG van operations in news, helicopter, news gathering team, technical direction. I also been working as a technical director way back in Philippines in one of the biggest TV station. I think most Filipinos knows about ABS-CBN and how big is it. Okay, so in 2006 I left ABS and joined one of the integration company, one of the best in Philippines. I had the EMTV Philippines. I designed and integrated the whole system, and international broadcast centers of Asian Summit, ASEAN Summit, and then all the other summits for ministerial meetings. So in 2007, I went to Singapore and joined O'Connor's. It's a British company. And I do design project management in, rooted to, doing TV stations, building solutions. So in 2008, I was headhunted by one of the biggest telecoms communications company in the UAE, which is Etisalat. So until now, I am connected with Etisalat. So when I joined, I was handling the modernization of the back end, which is the IPTV systems. It was cool, by the way. And now, presently, I am connected as one of the operations engineers in the company. So, like you, I do also, creations, so many kinds of gigs also in my free time. I was the one who created and directed the Kabayan Ngayon. It was so famous. It's a newspaper company on the Filipino side, okay? I also did the Global Filipino. I was the co-creator and the director for the show of the Global Filipino show. And there are so many other, shows here. So as of the moment, I am the appointed technical and solution lead for the Independence Day 2024 for the second year since last year. So I created the solution and do the live streaming for the whole program. Okay? So like you also, I am a photographer. I am a videographer. I do a lot of, editing when it comes to videos, and it's also my passion to take pictures and videos. But I didn't stop there because I am into broadcasting. I utilized my knowledge and help people within the community to learn how to do proper live streaming, because that is my background. That is my solid background when it comes to, technology. So it's easy for me to process the technology because I had this core solid background. So just to give you an idea how live streaming are done, I want you to understand first the content life cycle, because it's very important to understand when you create a content, what happens when you want to deliver it to your target audience, right? So in a content creation process, you have to first consider that there is a capture. This workflow doesn't change since television has been created. Okay? Capture, you do the capture, you do the processing, you do the upload or transmission, and then it reaches your target audience. Whichever device is it, whether it is a phone, whether it's an iPad or tablet or whatever, it's a TV. That is the concept of the content life cycle. Okay, so going to the YOLOBOX Pro or the YOLO Live solution, it covers a lot of, elements within the life cycle. It covers the playback, because YOLOBOX has its own built-in playback capability. It does the processing, okay? It does the upload, and it reaches to your target audience, okay? So, the concept is very simple. If you take a look at this is your YOLOBOX Pro, okay? Which I also have it here. In a little while, I will be explaining to you the steps on how to operate and how to take care of the, the user interface of it. Okay, you have the capability of 3 HDMI input and 1 USB-C input. And there is also different kinds of inputs of which you can use. Later on, I will explain it during the session. Okay? You have an output to the webcam, which you can use it for different kinds of devices connected to, let's say, laptop. And then you have this confidence monitor, which is the HDMI output, which I am using now. So in this setup, I've even used the same box for this presentation, by the way. So I had my laptop with me. I place it into the HDMI 1 input, and then you can see it here now. If I turn off the program output, you will be able to see the user interface, right? So this is how YOLOBOX Pro works. So, and the good thing about YOLOBOX is it can stream to different kinds of platform. It can go to YouTube. You can do live for Facebook. You can do RTMP, or real-time messaging protocol. So there are so many other varied solutions which you can enjoy when it comes to YOLOBOX. So without further ado, let me turn off my display here and show you the user interface. If you will be able to see, you will be able to see the input from my computer. But for the meantime, I will remove it to start fresh, okay? By the way, if you have questions, you can interrupt me. I want this to be, interactive. If you have questions along the way, if you think of something, just raise your hand and feel free to ask me questions, because that would be easier. It will be, when you think of something, it's fresh, and then I could immediately, reply and respond and answer your question. Okay? So this is how it looks like. This is the user interface when you go live. But I have to move a little bit backward in order to show you how the user interface look like. Okay? When you turn on your YOLO, upon signing in, you will be able to see this. It should be clear, but because I want to show you some use case which is connected to that particular YOLOBOX Pro, which is live on YouTube. Are we live at YouTube? We are live. I want to show you some use case, which is a really cool features, by the way. I will explain it to you in a while. So, okay. If I go here on this plus icon, there will be two sets of solutions where you will be finding. Okay? There is, if you want to go live, you will be using this for live. This side in here. Create a live stream. Okay, you can also use the YOLOBOX Pro as a production switcher or a video switcher by itself without going live. Okay, that's the first thing I'm gonna show you first. So this is the monitor mode, the user interface. If you can see down below, there are different kinds of settings here. But if you notice, there are grade icons here. It means that those icons here down below are only applicable for live streaming. Okay? So you won't be able to show this. And this one, it's because it is only intended for live stream. Okay, so I have already placed some lower thirds here, which are easy to use, by the way. But we will start from the beginning, okay? From this side here. YOLOBOX has different kind of features and functionalities. The switching mode is this part here, okay? This is a very cool kind of feature because you can select how would you like to behave when it comes to the click switch. When you want to see this, you want to be choosing a double click selection, because sometimes if you are holding the YOLOBOX, sometimes when you touch it, it will be so sensitive, and you accidentally touch the button here. Here, if I touch it once, it will not work. Right? Let's say I want to create another input. Okay? Let's say I want to have a local video. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, there is another video input now that I'm using. Okay, this is a built-in playback feature of the YOLOBOX Pro. So if I select this tab here, it will not work. It won't be able to work because of this feature here. I need to double tap it in order for it to be selected. Okay? So if I want to go back to the other input, I have to double tap it. It's very straightforward. Okay? So going to the next feature, I have the local video switching settings, which is if you want this to continue playing when switching, definitely it will happen, okay, because it's selected to that. But if you want to resume on the first frame and pause when switching, I can do that. So once I selected this, it will continue, but it will pause later on. If I go back to the different input, see, it is paused. All right, so it's very straightforward. The mechanism behind it's very flexible, and you can immediately identify and select what kind of option are you going to use. So if you want to use pause when switching, when you go here, it's playing back now as of the moment. And when I go back here, and it's paused, right? It doesn't run now. Go back here, it continues. Okay, it's very straightforward. So I need to go back to the next setting, which is there are several other functionalities, which is it's almost the same with the live streaming. So I will go back immediately to the live streaming features, okay? I will go back here and open something here. I brought my webcam here to also show you the features of YOLOBOX that can be used also on a live webcam. Okay, I will install my live webcam here because apart from HDMI input, we don't have a camera as of the moment, right, for it to be used. So I'll be using this as one of the inputs and show you how it works. Immediately, the good thing about YOLO is when it senses an input, it will immediately identify that I have an input, and it will show you immediately what is in there. Okay? Take a look at this. Okay? If I switch it to this, okay? If I, hang on. It identified already the USB input. Okay? So, here. See? You can use a webcam as an input also on your YOLOBOX Pro. How cool is it, right? It's nice, right?
What about smartphone?
A smartphone also can be done. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that, okay? So a smartphone needs an invitation, okay? Okay, I'm gonna put this here as one of the inputs, okay? So it's easier for you to see what are the inputs. Do we have a camera, guys? Do you have a camera maybe we can use as another input for the HDMI? Okay, so here there are different kinds of streaming destinations, as we can say. Okay, there are, because this is connected to the other one. And one cool features which I'm going to show you is this one. You see this live stream. As of the moment, there is one YOLOBOX Pro which is doing a live stream, which is this one in front of us. Okay, so if I want to grab that video from that YOLOBOX, I can. It's possible. So the use case here, if whether it's somewhere, anywhere in the world, it's possible to link into that particular YOLOBOX as long as we are using the same user account. Okay, let's say like this. Okay. See, that is the one that is showing on my device here. Let me connect to that. Okay. So there is another single platform live support live stream. Okay, it's gonna be this side here. Yeah, you can have, okay. Just bear with me, okay, we have to put another input here. Okay. So it's quite flexible because come again? Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't think that's the Orca plate. Is that the Orca plate?
I think.
Is this the Orca plate?
It's okay. It's okay. So. Okay. Anyway, well, let's continue. So, any question along the way? You might have something in mind, just to buy time while we are setting up the camera. Okay. Okay. See, when you plugged in the HDMI input, immediately it recognizes the HDMI. It sends the electrical signal and show you what's happening in the box. Okay. So if you take a shot on this one, let's say I want to choose it. Okay. It's my finger seems to be a little hard. Okay. So immediately it goes on. Okay. Normally in most of my live streaming, I do live streaming in a multi-camera setup. So I utilize all the HDMI inputs and select from one angle to another. Okay. I select from one angle to another, and the battery is gone. Okay. So the most important thing when it comes to live streaming is the way how you operate the system. Okay, the way how you do your sequence, the way how you treat this professionally. Okay, so let me go back to the user interface. In this one, I have the Go Live button in here. So if I choose from here, there are different kinds of settings where some are actually very straightforward to understand. It doesn't need to be, you don't need to be so technical about it. But some may need a little bit of understanding on how things are done. Okay, let's say for example, the streaming mode. Okay, when you go to streaming mode, okay, there are, if you want to go for a multiple live platform, let's say you want to go for YouTube, you want to go for Facebook, you have to select this multi-streaming service because it will not work if you are choosing only direct single platform. So what is happening behind this? Okay, when you choose this settings here, this streaming mode, okay, when it is on a multi-stream service, it means that your system, your signal is connecting to the YOLO Live cloud server. Okay? It goes in there and needs to be processed by YOLO server itself. It means that when you go for only direct single platform, it goes straight RTMP to the destination. Let's say YouTube, Facebook. It goes directly from your hardware to the destination. That is the psychology behind. Okay, going back here. Okay, there are also encoding. This is very important, by the way. The encoding settings is the most important part of going live. But you have to make sure that your internet connectivity is capable enough to process this bitrate. Okay, what is bitrate, by the way? Anyone here, what is bitrate? Bitrate is the amount of data that is being provided by the system, or let's say the YOLO, to be pumped into the cloud. What kind, how big is your data? Okay, if there is a data that you are, let's say you have a car, okay, the analogy here is you have a car and you have a truck. The truck can have so much amount of people inside compared to the small car. That's the logic. So if your bitrate goes from 3,000 and you want to pump it up to 8,000, it means that your internet connection needs to adapt also with this kind of bitrate. It means that your network has to be strong enough to handle this data. Okay, because if not, then like this morning we had an issue. Actually, I was doing live streaming this morning, and then the internet suddenly goes down. And you know what happened? The drop frame occurred. There were so many drop frame, our live streaming went haywire. But it's out of our control. The internet connection had a problem. So it's part of the live streaming. It happens. Okay? So there are three options also here on this. Okay? You have the CBR, or constant bitrate, which is recommended by YOLO. There is a constant quality, and there is a variable bitrate. What are the difference of these settings? Okay? If you want to choose constant quality means the quality of your video will stay the same regardless of the bitrate itself. It will maintain the quality according to the video that you are using or you are inputting to the YOLOBOX. And what is the variable bitrate? Variable bitrate, it will adapt. It will adapt to the kind of video that you are pumping into the YOLOBOX Pro. Let's say you are having this video that people are running around, sports, let's say. It means that it will require more data because there are so many moving things. And then suddenly you switch to a talking head or a person doing a report, a newscasting. So it means that your bitrate will go a little bit down is because in your video there's no that much of data happening. Okay? So it goes. But the good thing about constant bitrate is it maintains the quality of your video streaming. That is why YOLO themselves is recommending this. I don't know, for you guys, if you are going to go on live with this kinds of bitrate, variety, I will always go for constant bitrate because it is recommended by YOLO themselves. Okay, but you have the choice to go to other, selections. Okay. Next is you can also have recording limits. Okay, recording limits here. It means that in this device here, we have an SD card. Okay? That SD card, you can use in recording the whole program output of your YOLOBOX Pro. Whatever is going out, you can record it in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 60. It's up to you. But the most recommended is only 10 minutes. For me, I personally would recommend, because something might happen, if let's say a power interruption or an internet system connection, I would always go for a 10 minutes recording, or maybe a card issue itself. Then I will only choose 10 minutes because something happened after 15 minutes, I still already have the recording of 10 minutes. Correct? So I would recommend 10 minutes. You can also go for continuous if you want, for 2 hours, 3 hours of live streaming. It's also possible. But you have to remember that there might be some drawbacks when it comes to longer recording process. Okay? So, the other selections here, which is good, is the storage settings. You can have your storage settings, or where you have to record your media, either on SD or a USB storage, which utilizes the USB-C output. Okay? It is grayed out here. It's because we don't have the USB-C, HDD or device that is connected on USB-C here. Okay, but it's capable, by the way. It's totally capable. The next is replay settings. Okay, there are variety of replays here. When well, let's say you want to record this. Okay, if you hit this, start recording, and this one, see, it is recording now as of the moment. Okay, you can see me waving, and if you want an instant replay, it immediately replayed the video. Okay, and goes back immediately. Now it's live. See, now you can see me again. So this can be used on instant replay, let's say on sports, on different kinds of scenarios. It's up to you. How would you like to put it in application? But the system is totally capable of doing so. Okay? There are different settings here on how you want to replay it. Okay? A while ago it was a 10-second replay. And the speed also of the video, you can either pump it down to, crank down to 75. It is a little bit slower, or ×2 of its real time can be done. Okay? So, you can also have it with sound or with no sound at all. Okay. There are other functions also here. Okay. Now, let's say you want to the same output of this, like what I have shown you a while ago. The program output can be done like this. It means that the same output, which we call it the confidence monitor, can be used. I can hear my voice actually because it's going out of this monitor. Okay, so if you can see and move it to a different input, it can be done, and you can use it in different kinds of monitors. By the way, it's compatible to any kind of monitors. So, going back here to one of the inputs. Okay. Okay, let me get you something. I will turn it off because it creates an echo. Okay? There are different other solutions that you can get in here. Okay. Next is the switching. Okay? Different kind of sources has different way of doing things. Okay? Here you can select the auto switch, where it will switch from one video source to another and auto switches it. Let's say this one. You can choose either this one and the USB. Okay? So when you do it, you start, it actually switches from one input to another. Okay? See? So if you are not around, you want to let the YOLOBOX Pro do its job on switching from one video to another, it can be done. Is it this one? Okay, hang on. I think it's this one. Where is it coming from? Okay, I think something is... Okay. I think it's the in-house sound system. Is it okay? I'll turn this off for a while. I think it's the feedback. Okay. Yeah, it created a loop. So it's coming from the USB It's coming from the US. See how things are happening in real scenario. See, sometimes there are issues on live that you couldn't even figure out at first because of some technical some technical difficulties. So that's how things work on live streaming. Imagine if it's happening a while ago and you couldn't figure out what's the cause of it, it will ruin the whole live streaming activity that you're doing, right? So now we were able to figure out that the feedback was coming from the USB-C audio, which is this one, all right? Because it has a microphone, it has a built-in microphone from this device. Okay, let's continue. Okay, in the we are not yet on the audio side, so let me go back here again. Okay, so we are at the switching. Is there any question you want to know here on? I think this is straightforward because in the YOLOBOX Pro, things are actually so easy to use. It's self-explanatory, most of the things here. But one thing I want to show you, I will send something to as a guest. I will send something, a link to one of the guests. Could anyone share an email to this device? Let's say, hang on, let me. Okay, so I want to invite a guest through their mobile phone, okay, to see the capability of YOLOBOX Pro. Because it's possible, by the way. Anywhere in the world, it's possible. If you want to invite a guest through their mobile phone, through a laptop, all you need to do is we can actually send a link up to 5 guests. Imagine that. That's how powerful is the YOLOBOX Pro. Let's say anyone who wants to volunteer. You have any email or something? Okay. What's your email? Is it okay to and in an instant, thank you very much. What's your good name again?
Burhanuddin.
Burhanuddin. Thank you very much. So, if you will be able to see, this will be happening in an instant. If he puts his email to send that particular link invite, he will immediately see that invitation on his email, and he will be able to join live through this device. In that sense, I will be able to ask, let's say you want an interview with this guy. So let's say he's a VIP. He is somewhere, other side of the world. And it's okay, only one time. No need to repeat. Okay, so this one. You want you want a second email, you mean?
No, I entered my name.
Okay, no need because it's another email. That's it. Okay, then I will send this link. Okay, and he will be able to receive an email coming from YOLOLIVE and be able to join. See, in an instant, he was able to receive that email. Okay, you can join. He can stay, so he will be able to. He is now one of the model of. So you will be taking one of this because of your good deed. So, okay, so you can open that. Copy link. Yes, copy link. Okay, and put it on a browser. Paste. No, it's okay. It's yours.
No, I will take it.
See? Oh, okay. Why? Maybe your internet connection seems to be a little.
The live room has not started. Close or the guest room.
Okay.
Allow
But it. Okay. It's. Can you try it again? So, guys, this supposedly it should be a little easier. Okay, I will send it also to my device in my laptop. Okay, I will because I want you guys to see it in Bon. What's your email? Okay, can you type it in for a while? So the concept here is any device would be able supposedly to join and be a guest on a live streaming activity. So if there will be a Q&A from one person to another, you are doing an interview, it can be done in an instant by just sending a link to that particular person. I will also send it to me, myself. Okay? Okay, here. Or I think it will go on that particular device because we have the same. Ritul, can you see the invite on that side? Because there are actually 2 accounts running as of the moment. Okay, send it. Okay, I'll put my email also. Okay. Okay. So the link were sent already. So I should be able to get it on my device now. Have you got it? See, on my email, in an instant, I have this invite already. So I have to accept. Then I am redirected. let me just okay. I think the are we on live on only one single platform? This okay. There is on the streaming mode. Have you selected this or this one? Only one. Yeah, that's correct. So that's the reason why I couldn't grab this one here. That's why I couldn't grab it here, because that YOLOBOX Pro has to turn the multiple streaming mode so it can transmit that signal into this device. Yes. Can it be switched now, or there is no way? Yeah, because the thing is, the live stream will be interrupted. So the thing here is, it needs to be predefined if you are going to use that particular stream and grab it into this one here. That's the reason why, if you want to grab it, there is a notification here. See? Single platform live mode does not support, because that YOLOBOX Pro is set only to this one, which is the default. If you intend to do multiple live streaming, let's say on YouTube, on Facebook, and on different YOLOBOX devices, then you have to turn this on. Okay? So you got that part, right? Anyway, going back, we already covered the invites, okay? By the way, can anyone comment on YouTube? Because that comment can actually be put on live as well, right? From this device, if you do some, hey, how are you guys, watching from the other side of the world, then that particular device will be able to see your comment on the comment section. And then that particular comment can be put on live as well. And you can see, you can turn it on. Right? On the live, on the commentary section of the YOLOBOX, I cannot go live because this is replicated to that device in front of us. So can anyone, so you yourself can see your comment on YouTube. Okay? Then if you want to put that comment live, you can put it actually.
Yes, we can.
Right? Can you see it now, Brogani?
Yes.
Can you see your comment on live?
Yes. Can you read it?
See? See, now you can see it real time. So if there are reactions happening on YouTube, let's say either Facebook or YouTube, that you can put control of. You can turn it on. Let's say the comment of Brogani, you want to turn it on. So anyone would like to do commentary on that on YouTube, you can do it, and then they can control whether they want to make it appear like a bubble and disable it again. Can be done, right? I told you. It's a nice way of getting reactions from the people around the world. If you are, let's say, you got participants from different kinds of the world. Different parts of the world will say, okay, I want to say hi, hello to anyone in there, and then that comments can be put on live also. And you've seen it already, right? Okay. Okay, cancel. There is also features of normally in different parts of the world we have internet connection challenges. So YOLOBOX Pro, including the rest of the other YOLOBOX varieties, can can do network bonding. They call it network bonding, or in other words, they can do network aggregation, as we say. So it means that it can accommodate by just activating these features, which has it's a paid version. I will explain to you why this is a paid version, okay? You can use a network bonding from Wi-Fi, data, okay, and LTE, different kinds, up to 4 kinds of network connections. So what happens is, when you do network bonding, when things goes a little bit lower, let's say one of the network connection goes low, it actually goes to the YOLOLIV's cloud server. And from there, it is being bonded and push it into the destination of your choice. Let's say it's YouTube, let's say it's Facebook. That's why that payment is actually being for the use of the cloud server. Okay? That is for the cloud server. That's why you have to pay it, because you are using the platform of YOLOLIV. Okay? But for me, it's not yet active. Is it active in your device?
Yeah.
Is it active, the network bonding?
Network bonding.
Okay, so it's because, I should say, we don't necessarily use it in the UAE, because we know for the fact that UAE has one of the fastest network in the world, right? Number 2, I believe. First is Singapore, and then sometimes we are the fastest, sometimes we are the second, but we are top 5 of the when it comes to internet connectivity and speed. Okay, so that's the cool thing about in this place. You can do good live streaming when it comes to the internet connectivity. Okay. Anything else? Before we finish and conclude this workshop, any question? Any question from our participants?
How many pages can we
Okay. Yeah. As you can see here. Okay. That is a good question, actually. You can have the first, or you can have another one, through RTMP, or this one here. There are first one, right? And then this RTMP can be used actually to either another YouTube account or another Facebook account. It's flexible. Okay, it means that you can have another Facebook account through RTMP. But there are rules and the settings that can be done here. Let's say I want to go to this link. Okay? So if I send that link, okay, then let's say a particular participants or a particular destination that you want to use, let's say a website, or you can use it also for, let's say, Facebook. By just adding also here, see, there's another features here also. Let's say you want to add another Facebook account, or you want Facebook, another Facebook account. Simply you need to add it here, and you can use another account for that. Okay, another destination, what I'm saying. Anything else? Any other question? I actually left something. I left behind something for you to ask. Anything else?
audio? How about the audio?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that is the best part actually. I intentionally left it behind because I know some of you will figure it out, and here's the audio part. Remember a while ago we were having some sort of echo and feedback and kind of thing? Yes, it is. Audio is the most sensitive part because the audio part engages people. When the sound is a little bit crappy, then it loses the engagement of people. You have a very good video, state-of-the-art cameras being used like this one from Nikon. and the audio is crappy, then no one will watch to your live stream. No one, it loses the engagement, and then people will say, okay, the audio is bad, then bye-bye, I don't want to see it. So, how things are done in here. Okay, so, first you have, immediately when you put a camera, immediately you will be able, let me remove all the inputs for a while, okay, to make it easier for everyone. Okay, I'm gonna choose something, and then I will leave something behind. Okay, I'll keep everything for now. This one, okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'll keep this here. The PIP I will remove for a while. Okay. Let's say this camera is the source of your audio. Okay? The challenge here is because it's near to this monitor, I will lower the volume. I'll put it on mute to avoid another feedback. Okay? So, when you turn this on, this camera is on HDMI 2. Okay? Let me put it in. Okay. I'll turn it on. See? What did you see? What did you notice? There is a VU meter. The volume unit meter turns on. It means that if I clap here, see? It identifies the audio. What if I want to put something as a microphone source? Do we have another microphone maybe? Because here, by the way, in every input of these on the audio side, on the digital audio mixer, we can only activate up to 3 maximum audio. Okay, so you either select, if you have inputs like 3 cameras, those audio of 3 cameras, you can activate everything, but the 4th one will no longer be activated because it can, the YOLOBOX Pro can only activate 3 out of all the other inputs, maximum. Okay, I'm gonna show you another use case. Okay, let me add, so in order for you to see the audio, okay, let me add local videos also. Okay, let me, okay, hang on. So, there are, let me add this, okay, as one of the sources, and then another one, because I want to show you four inputs, okay. The other one is this one, let's say. So there are 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, there are audio here. Then I will add one more thing with audio, which is, let me remove this. I want to add this webcam. Okay, so now there are different inputs now having an audio. Okay, this, if you can see, this has audio. This has an audio. Second one, this has an audio, and this also has an audio. But I can activate only 3 out of those sources. Let's say I want to activate everything. Okay, from here, take a look, guys. Local video 1, local video 2, local video 3. See? It doesn't allow you to activate anymore because, hang on, sorry. 1, 2, so 1, 2, there's a local video, 3, see? Because there are already maximum of 3. If I turn this off, this one, the local audio. Do you think this one, the USB, will be activated? Let's see. Why? Because sometimes USB doesn't actually recognize audio because I'm using a web camera. But if I have another HDMI input, that you will be able to see. Let me add, oh, there's no more in there. Okay, because we can only have a maximum of 2 local videos. See? Can only have 2 local videos maximum. So we can no longer add more out of that. So if I activate this, it has an audio. Okay? Anyone knows about this feature? The AFV. What is it?
Auto follow.
Auto follow. Okay, anyone can guess? Anyone can guess? What is AFV? AFV is audio follow video. Audio follow video. It means that if I activate this, okay, let me turn off the camera so you will be able to hear the audio. Okay, I will only turn on the local videos, okay, and then show you the volume of this monitor, okay. Then you will be able to see
here to the world.
See?
And we actually talk about some green technology projects.
In this example, if I switch from one video, from this video to another video like this.
United owns the
See? It mixed because I didn't turn on the audio follow video. But, okay, let me go here first. Okay? Okay. I'll turn on the audio follow video now. Let me show you something here, which is a very nice feature. Okay? If I turn this on now, see? If I move to the other video with AFV activated, what will happen? See? The audio follows the video. Alright? But if you want to use that music from a different video a while ago, let me turn this off.
From Europe.
Let's say my audio will be this one. See?
The journey is a process.
The video actually is from this.
Ending, learning, journey.
Even if I go here, my audio will still stay on the other video. Right? So what is that use case? Okay, let me lower the volume. So the use case is you can actually use one playback in a practical approach. You can actually one playback video with music as a background, because this is the, I hope YOLO can do this in the future where they can play only a music background. But since as of the moment you need an external source from a microphone or a line input, that audio isn't available. I hope if YOLO is listening as of the moment, the developers, they could add this feature on, let's say I have an MP3 or I have a WAV file, play it on the background and make it as my music background or scoring kind of asset. So in that sense, I can play a music and let it play in the background whenever I want to. So I don't need an external player to use it. But for our use case, if I do live events, what I do is I actually played another input from a local video source, and I only use the audio as my scoring background. You can do it as well. So you can create that effect that, oh, there's a music in the background that makes, you know, people engaged. Okay? So any other questions? By the way, if you are using a wireless, let's say you are using a wireless camera, and you have another microphone or a line input from a mixer directly connected to your YOLOBOX, then what will happen? Anyone? There will be a lip sync, right? Because what will happen is, normally it has an 80 millisecond of delay, which is equivalent to 3 frames of video. What will happen is there will be a lip sync. That audio won't be synchronized to the video, because if you remember the analogy a while ago that, let's say, the video bitrate is heavier than the audio bitrate. Okay, the data coming from audio is so fast that it can go in an instant. While the video is a little bit slower, it's because of the data being inside of that stream. So what happened is, there will be a delay and synchronization on that, or we call it the lip sync. What happened is, you can actually adjust the delay of your audio, or either any kind of input. Let's say I have a microphone input from here. That microphone, because it is so fast, faster than the video, you can implement a delay mechanism here, which is a very nice feature of YOLO, up to 1,000, from 0 to 1,000. It's actually equivalent to 100 millisecond, which is equivalent to up to around 3 to 6 frames on a video. So it matches. It is a pros and cons, actually. It's a trial and error kind of thing, because what happens is, it depends on what kind of camera are you using. Let's say you are using a wireless camera through a, let's say, a wireless device, which is a transmitter. And that receiver goes into this, like what they are using as of the moment. They are using a HoloLens transmitter and receiver. If you put a microphone in me, it might create a lip sync, because what happens is, the video is heavier than the audio. So the audio goes faster, and the video goes a little bit slower, as I said a while ago. So you can simply implement a delay and match it based on that video. But this sometimes be a trial and error. You have to watch your live stream and see the lip sync being adjusted through the delay. Okay? You had a question a while ago, yes?
Okay, my question has been answered already, but now I have another question. How about the input for the audio in YOLO? Does it require a separate hardware audio mixer to have a clean audio, or audio mixer built in for YOLO is more than enough?
Okay, please repeat the question
Okay, my question is about the audio input for YOLO. I know for the fact that they have built-in audio mixer. Does it require separate hardware like audio mixer as the source for the audio input, just to make sure that we have a clean audio going inside the YOLO?
Okay, it's a very good question. Normally in an event, normally we use multiple microphones, right? And when you want to make it flexible for you to adjust those microphones in an instant, I would recommend an audio mixer. Okay, because an audio mixer that can control all the rest of the other audio, let's say the music, let's say you have 4 microphones, it's very difficult to control it over YOLOBOX user interface. That's gonna be a disaster for you to, adjust. Each and every time there's someone is speaking, you have to swipe left and right because the audio is a little bit high and low. So I would recommend, and I'm doing it as well, by the way, on my live streams. I use an external audio mixer, put everything, all the microphones on that one, including the player, the music players, and the rest of the other. Let's say I have 6 microphones, put it on a mixer, and then the program output of that mixer, I can put it into the line input of the YOLOBOX Pro. In that sense, that 6 microphones can easily be adjusted, and you can simply listen to the output monitoring of YOLOBOX Pro and identify if it is balanced or it's good enough for you. So to answer your question, it is highly recommended. If you are using a multiple microphones, it is always advisable to use an external mixer. But if you only have one, you can use it actually one line input and one microphone input. But actually, on YOLOLIV, you can only activate either the line or the mic. That is, hopefully it can be done in the future, but as of the moment, only one at a time can be activated. Either one line input or either one mic input. That's it. Did I answer your question? Yes. Yeah, okay. Any other questions?
How much discount for the
How much? Okay. I think we have an interested
How much is that?
buyer now. We have an interested buyer now. I think. Yeah. The question is how much is it? I think it is Mr. Shaji who can answer that question.
Who want to buy this? You want to buy now? We make a special deal. Okay. Anyhow, whoever want to buy this, you can always connect with us. You all know my Instagram page, that is iBrandConnect. You can connect through that, or I'll give you my WhatsApp number. You can always connect, and we do free home delivery within a daytime. So we can discuss about the price. Like, of course, we'll match the best price in the market. Okay, no worries.
Okay, before we conclude, because time is of the essence, of course, I think most of the people here, gentlemen, has a commitment tomorrow. It's Monday. Okay, I have a Q&A. It's okay with you. Is it all right? Well, anyone who can answer that questions will have this beautiful souvenir, YOLOLIVE souvenirs. Okay. Okay. How many inputs does YOLOBOX Pro have?
5.
Who said 5? Who said 5? Hey.
Okay.
She said 5.
She said 5. Is that correct? Well, actually, there are different inputs. Okay, but yeah, there are different inputs. There are how many HDMI?
3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and then how many?
1 USB and 1 Type C.
Okay.
Type C and 1 USB.
Correct.
So
she's correct. Okay, then this goes to you.
Yeah.
See? Okay. Another question. Another question. What are the colors in YOLOLIVE? In the YOLOBOX Pro, what are the colors for chroma key? I don't know. Okay, blue and green. Okay. This is for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Another question. And then done. Okay.
Okay, yeah, just I think we have some T-shirts.
I think we have some more. Okay. There is another question.
Okay.
Another question. Okay. Remember, we have the line audio and the mic audio. Okay. Can we activate them both?
No.
Okay. One only, right? At a time. One at a time.
But she said no, which is right.
Which is right, yes.
Come down.
Okay.
Which color?
Which color would you like to have? I think it's good. It must be the black. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Last one. Can I use YOLOBOX Pro to stream to a particular website?
Yes.
There's a lot.
Everyone is a winner.
Everyone. Okay, I'll make it complicated now. See, in the encoding of YOLO, okay, if you have a let's say a 8 bitrate, 8 kilobytes of bitrate, okay? 8,000, I mean, okay? I'll show that to you here. Yeah, this one. The encoding settings here, if I have 8,000 here, the question is, will it work on a 2 Mbps internet? Okay, I think someone already answered yes. Okay, so this is for you. Okay, thank you very much. So the science here is, as I said a while ago, that particular streaming, if you set to a bitrate, your internet connectivity has to match with that data kind of transmission. Okay, you cannot put a track on a lane only dedicated for a sedan car. It will not fit. So what will happen is you will have issues when it comes to streaming. Okay, you have to mix and match that specification of internet and the bitrate of the YOLO output. Okay? Thank you very much. Anything else? Before we conclude, I'd like to say thank you very much for your participation here in this workshop. Actually, we could have it. I used to do also different kinds of workshop, especially on videography, and there are schedules that are about to come. You can follow my Facebook also. I used to publish my workshops on Facebook at Erdi Ilaw. You can search me on Facebook and follow my account. So I used to do trainings. It's my advocacy also to teach people when it comes to our hobbies. We are in the same community. We are in the same photography, videography, and live streaming community. So if you are interested, and ask me some questions, other technical stuff, I would be happy to answer your questions. And once again, thank you very much. Thank you, Shaji. Thank you very much. And thank you to iBrandConnect. Amazing guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Eddie. And it was an amazing, talk. And I'm sure, we will have not similar kind of talk, much elaborative, seminar kind of thing. We will most probably we'll have this space with us on every Saturday, and then we can make use of this space in detail. Like, for example, morning 4 hours lunch break, then afternoon 4 hours, and then which covers a kind of a complete session. Of course there will be a kind of charge into that, because he is a working professional. So he need to, take out his time and energy and create this particular, workshop. We'll let you know. We'll post this on our. So normally we used to post everything on Instagram. So follow iBrandConnect on Instagram. Thanks, Eddie, and thanks, Madam Eddie and Elaine, right? Eddie, yeah. So all of you, for coming today. And as I said in the beginning, we are here until 31st of March. There are plenty of other genres of photography and content creation workshops. Please go through iBrandConnect Instagram page and register, join us. Yeah. So please come forward for a group picture. Yeah. Thank you very much for supporting iBrandConnect always. Thank you. Yeah. Come forward. Let's take a